Okay. That's a nice old toad right there. All right. First fish of the day, y'all. I started about 11 o'clock today, and I decided, as always in the fall, you'll start finding crappie moving up the creeks or in prongs off the main lake that have good water sources. The water cools up a little quicker because it's got some fresh water flow coming in. And so I decided to start up the creek arms today, and I'm gonna work my way back down. Guys, come along with me, and I hope you enjoy the video. So yeah, guys, just pulled that one off. That's a good 11-inch crappie right there. Boom. Caught him on the banana pepper. This water is pretty dingy up here. Banana pepper's always good in that dingy water. Look, I'm keeping fish today, guys. And I'm gonna keep me a mess to eat. You can keep 20 here on this lake. Minimum limit, the minimum length is 8 inches, but I usually like to stay over 10 inches when I'm keeping fish. So I'm gonna drop him in the live well. You know, this time of year, you're gonna start seeing, in the fall, you're gonna start seeing crappie. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna be sometimes roaming around in schools. After shad, that's the main thing, the shad. And sometimes, I think I got one on, yep, he hit it on the fall. You know, a lot of times you associate the shad movement with the crappie movement, and that's true for the most part. But both are fish, both are in the water, both are looking for the, you know, just good conditions to survive in. You know, another decent fish, that's over 10 inches right there. And caught him on the grub. That's a curly tail grub. That's in a natural color. The fish was hung wrong. The yellow pepper, I tore it all to pieces trying to get it out of his mouth. So this one I had tied on the casting rod. So hey, nothing to release to the grease, baby. Ooh, we'll take him. Another old decent crappie right there. Boom. Yes, sir. This water up this creek here is 69 degrees, which is much cooler than the main lake. I saw some water down there was 76 degrees down in the main lake. So that is a huge difference. And that makes a huge difference for us when you're crappie fishing too. Oh, that thing's hung. No one else gonna catch it now. Thing's up on the pillow, y'all. Look, ain't no wind blowing today, and I still get the line up against the pillow. Y'all ever do that? Look, I've been out of the game here it's been 3 weeks, I think, since I fished here. I was at the beach doing some surf fishing with the family, vacation, and had a good time. And caught a few drum, blues. And then last week I was aiming to come fishing. I got some kind of bug. I was down all week long. And the time I start actually feeling better, well, there was too many chores to get done to take off and go fishing. And y'all know how that is. Sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes, you know, getting to go fishing works out really well. And it just didn't. So I'm getting back today. This is the first day. That's why you hadn't seen any videos out of me in a while. And But anyway, we'll keep plugging along. Fall is a great time to get out on the lake and fish for crappie. Bass too. It's just a great time to get out and fish. Ooh, it's a good one right here, boys. Ooh, it's a good one. Let's see if we can get him in here. That's a good one. Boom. Good day. That's a nice old toad right there. Yes, sir. Pretty fish, pretty fish. That pretty fish right there is pushing a pound easy. Oh, I don't like that when it hits the side of the concrete. Yes, sir. Pretty fish. Caught him on that fathead minnow. I got fathead minnow on the bottom. I'll show you the jig in just a second. It's a fathead minnow. That's a fathead minnow. That's a blue moon color. Blue. You know, this water's not dingy, so blue shows up good. And then, of course, that's that creamy color right there. That's just always so good in this color water right here. The two biggest fish I've caught today has been on that creamy right there. I've caught little fish on it too, now don't get me wrong, but the two biggest has been on the creamy. So, boom, hey, let's go catch another fish, y'all. I expect October, probably mid-October. Oh, he had that, oh shoot, where? Thing cutting up over there, boy. All these bass around here, he keeps flopping around like that, something's gonna eat that joker. As I was saying, in my opinion, from about mid-October to the 1st of December is a fantastic time to crappie fish. And from mid-February to mid-April, that's probably fantastic time to fish. Another one there, well over 10 inches, probably pushing 11 inches, probably over 11 inches. You know, good quality eating size crappie. Oh yeah, this is a little bit better. Oh, he feisty thing. Yeah, come on up here, big boy. Oh yeah, getting better right there. Look at that, y'all. What we done come up with? That's a good fish. He's over 11 inches. Caught him on that natural bait grub. I hope you can see it in that sun right there. Natural bait grub. Oh, got good action to that grub, y'all. Another good one right there. That's a wind blowing under the bridge and blowing me. I don't know what this wind is doing. So another good one on that grub right there. That's a good fish. He's pushing 11 3/4 right there. Pretty close to 11 3/4. Oh, look what we done snuck around and got. Oh, if he don't get off. I gotta be careful with this long rod under this bridge. Got that, boy, look at that, what we done. Messed around and caught. Got him on that creamy, boy. Let me get my boat adjusted. Got him on the creamy and that fathead minnow. Creamy, it's just something about that creamy in this color water, boy. It's just good. So guys, we're getting ready to end the video. We're still gonna do a little bit more fishing, but we have, I think, 12 nice sized crappie over 10 inches in live weight. That's enough for me. That makes a good mess for me and my wife. So that's what I'm gonna elect to keep today. And we caught, all the fish we caught was on Lake Country baits and using Catch a Fever rods, precision jig and precision cast rods. Caught the biggest fish on the smaller lures, if that makes any sense. Now, I just seen a school of shad swim right up underneath the front of the boat in the shade. And they were all about 2 1/4 inches long. So that's kind of surprising that the bigger baits didn't outfish the little baits. But caught the biggest fish I caught today on the smaller baits. Sometimes it's just like that. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free and it helps me out a lot, and I appreciate all my subscribers. You remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget to hit the like button and click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you on the water.